Right, okay, so this car's just arrived for us to find the water leak. It's going to want drying. So lady's just turned up, we just left it here. And so I'm doing a lap just to see if there's any clues as to why the water might be getting in on the outside. There you go, so there you go. So the car looks in fairly good condition. It is a candidate for one that we might be able to make like new again, but I've advised the lady to see if we can sort out the water problem first. Right, so I'll ask you a quick question. What was it that led you? What was the first thing that indicated that you might have water in the car? What was it first led you? Show me. You dropped, oh, it's locked. You dropped something
down this side.
Down there.
And when under here, under the
So you dropped something underneath the seat.
side, yeah, here.
And then what? You just found the water?
Yeah, when I went to pick it up.
Where? Down there?
Yeah, just.
Oh, literally went right under there.
Yeah, just
okay.
under the seat bit there, and so
right, and you
it dropped at the side. So I reached under there and I felt it a bit.
It's all wet.
Like, oh,
yeah. So any steaming up, any sort of anything like
no,
that?
Not really. No? It's only in the morning that you get like
water
normal,
on the screen.
But that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it smells a bit as well, does it?
Well, not really, but then I began to
pull that up.
Yeah, and then so when I lifted up that little bit there.
You opened the little door and then you saw the water in there.
You can
I know. Oh yeah,
so
yeah, the sponge is wet. So that's there. Yeah, you can see the water.
Yeah.
So have you actually done anything to try and resolve the issue?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you actually tried to do so far.
So I
you went to a garage
and I went to a garage, not the one that I normally go to.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, investigate water leak inside, dry lines unblock and test by water and car drying.
And that's what they thought, and they just charged you £70 or something, not a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And they thought they obviously haven't dried it, but they thought they'd fix it by doing that.
Yeah, that's what.
And you've still seen more water since then, which has made you think.
No, not coming in, but because it's still wet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that.
So you think they may have resolved it? What did they say was wrong?
No, they didn't say they definitely, but what they did was they cleared it up, they sprayed the water over it.
Yeah, and didn't find any coming in.
So they said it needs drying out, but I can't find anywhere to dry it out, and I was like, you know what, just in case, because these rubber seals, this big seal here sometimes undoes a bit.
Ah, so this seal can be loose?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that needs to be fixed on. That's possibly a reason.
Yeah, that's what I thought, so maybe.
Okay, glad you showed me that, right. Okay,
and
so
the same on the other side, but that's not wet.
No, okay, yes, that could happen.
This bit, so I don't know if you've
well, they'll probably both need sealing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll recommend them both if that's that loose and the other one's loose.
Yeah.
Because it's a clear place that water might get the other side of. We won't assume that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, so you suggested you might like to do something with it. You're thinking maybe you might want to make it like new again.
Yeah. Depends on how much.
What would you do? What would you thinking? You want it nice and bright and shiny like these?
Yeah. They had that.
And something that stays like it.
Stays on it.
All right then. Okay. I think I've got it all. We've got a special offer on an upgrade for the water leaks, so I'll tell you that as well. So what we'll do is we'll find what's wrong, we'll send you the video, and then once we've dealt with the water part, then we'll work out what we think we can do to make it like new, and then we can include the offer. All right?
Okay, yeah.
Great.
Okay, we've got a B-Max 2013 in today for our water leak procedure. So we're just going to show you what we found so far. So the customer actually dropped something down the side of the seat. As she went under to pick it up, she noticed that it was damp down underneath the seat. So what we've done is we've pulled up the carpet, and if we have a quick look now, we can see a discoloration on the bulkhead sand deadening. If we give this a squeeze, we can see that that's soaking wet. So that's wet there, and if you look on the inside, this is all wet as well. So all of this underlay is soaking wet. The problem this can cause is it can cause electrical faults, as well as it can obviously go mouldy and stagnant, and it can cause a nasty smell. So obviously this won't dry with the carpet down. It would obviously all have to be pulled up, wet vac out, and then obviously our super dryer would go in the car to obviously dry it all out. and we can see that the wiring loom on this one is actually run down the side, not actually run down in the footwell. So we're just going to show you what's going on. So my colleague's just going to obviously put some water down the back of this door. So we need to shut this door, and then I need to get inside with the tablet. So it should fall out the bottom of the door, but if we look closely, we can see that it's running out through the bottom of the door. So that's that one there. So what that would then cause is it would cause it to land on this bit of rubber here, and then it would build up, and then it would then work its way into the car. So just to show you, obviously we've got a dry hand. It's a little bit tight down here, so if I just put my hand down there and give it a squeeze, so we can see that it's wet under there as well. So we've got, it's wet in the driver's front, driver's rear. The passenger front and rear seems to be nice and dry. If we then come to the back, my colleague's just going to pour some water on the back of this bumper, because behind this bumper you've got a rear air vent, and this is our little flexi camera. So we can see the air vent now, and as he's pouring water on it, you can see that the water is passing through the centre of the air vent, so we can just see it just here trickling in. And then what that's going to do is it's going to get all the sand deadening wet, and obviously fill up the rear box sections. So there we go. So for any more information, just click the link below. Okay, so we've just got a quick progress report on the B-Max now. So obviously we've got the seat out and we've got the carpet up. So we've got the carpet and underlay up. As we can see in here, if I just obviously put my light here, I put my light here, you can see the water underneath, especially in this little gully here as well. And it's soaking wet under the back here. Obviously if we squeeze this sponge, we can see that it's soaking wet in the sponge, so it's going to obviously be sucked out with a sucking machine, and then we're going to put our drying machine in there. So that's that one there. Just to show you on these back door membranes, so we've removed the door card. As you can see, it's this box here which causes us the problem. So what we've done, as you can see on the pictures, we removed this box, cleaned it up, and then we've obviously put resealant around it. So that's all good. And then you've got your copper grease over all the bits and pieces where obviously the door card sits on. So that's all good. So that's halfway built up. And then if we come round to the boot, you can see that we've got the rear bumper off. So what we've done here is you've got a hole here, so we've put a bit of membrane on the back, put some sealant in it, and then put some tape on the back, so that's nice and secure. We've put a bit of copper grease over this little bung here, and you can also see we've put copper grease over where the rear lights go in. So we're now waiting for these new vents to come through, so we'll put some of our copper grease around the vent and then clip it in. Same on the passenger rear as well, so that's all ready to go, just waiting for them to come in. And just to show you obviously the other door card, the other door card is on this one here. There we go, so that one's the same as well. So we've resealed this bit down here. So there we go, so that's how far we've got so far. We still have got to remove the rear rubbers, or sorry, these rubbers here, because they are still loose. So that would be the next job to do. But okay, lovely.
In video on the 2013 Ford B-Max in for the water leak procedure. The customer brought this to us complaining of wet footwells which were to the touch wet, and underneath they were soaking wet when we pulled up the carpet. So obviously we've dried them, lifting up the carpet, used our commercial super dryer, and now they are completely dry everywhere. We also resealed the door seals along here, and now they are much more secure, as well as the door membranes behind the door guard here and on the other side as well. Also, we replaced the rear vents behind the bumpers either side and used our special sealer to ensure they do not leak in the future.